Welcome to today's whiteboard session. We're going to be talking about Kanban boards. My name's Jim Simmons. I'm a trainer here at SoftEd. I want to show you a few different formats for Kanban boards today and talk about the pros and cons of different approaches, okay? This is your standard push Kanban board that most people that I see are currently working with. You take your backlog. The people in the design or specifications category take a ticket off of this, they put it in their doing column and they work on it, and when they're through with that work, they push that ticket over into the column for the builders, the developers to do their work. When they finish that work, they move their ticket over here, it's ready to be tested. Okay, this is really simple and it works really well, but here's a problem. I've only got 2 developers working on this team. There's 3 tickets. I don't really know what's being worked on. Why is this? I've got 1 tester. 2 things aren't being tested on. There's not as much visibility as to what's actually going on. Now, let me alter this board so that we're going to look at a pull system and see the advantages of that. For a pull system Kanban board, we simply add a done column for each of the disciplines. Design, develop, test, deploy. And when I finish doing my work, I move my ticket into my done column so that a developer, when they finish their work, can come and pull a ticket into their doing column. This gives us a much clearer view of what's actually being worked on, as opposed to a whole bunch of things being in here and there's only 2 or 3 developers, and so we don't know exactly what's happening. It also gives us the opportunity to identify bottlenecks. For example, here's a lot of work that the developers have finished, but things aren't moving across so that the testers are doing these. Why not? Perhaps we need more testers on the project, or perhaps we should be discussing doing auto tests in this phase so that the work flows through the testing phase much more quickly. So this one simple change to a push system creates tremendous visibility and understanding of what's going on just by doing that simple change. And the groups that I've worked with who have changed from a push system to a pull system tell me it's really benefited their understanding how their project is going. To that basic pull board that we were working with, we've added a blockers swim lane because from time to time, I'm working on something. Oh, I'm waiting for some information. Oh, I need somebody to solve a tech problem for me before I can proceed. So I need to pull another ticket in and work on it. But we don't want to just leave that there because it looks like it's being worked on. It's not being worked on. We put that ticket up into the blockers swim lane to identify that I started working on this, but I'm waiting on something, or I can't proceed for some reason. If you have your daily stand-ups at your Kanban board, then when it comes to that 3rd question in our daily stand-up, do I have any impediments? Not only do I speak to them, they're there. It's a Scrum Master or Agile Team Facilitator's job to destroy all impediments, right? When I put a ticket up into the blockers column, I just told my iteration manager, Scrum Master, that here's something you can be doing to help me out, if that's appropriate for that. This is really simple to add to your boards. It greatly enhances the communication value and the synchronization that happens in a daily stand-up. Highly recommend it. Let's look at a form of a SCRUMBAN board. SCRUMBAN is any combination of Scrum, or iteration-based development, and Kanban, smooth workflow continuously. For a team that's not accustomed to working with stories, but really needs to break things down into the individual work tasks, some teams do that and some teams don't, they will spend their sprint planning day, among other things, breaking the stories down into the individual work tasks that are going to be assigned to the members of the team. What this represents is taking the individual work tasks, estimating roughly how long we think it'll take to complete each task, and then mapping those time boxes out over the 2-week schedule, allowing about 6 hours a day of actually productive task work to get completed. So Dan has got a big task that's going to take him a couple of days, and then a smaller task, and then 2 small tasks he'll get done on Friday. Sue, similar, 1, 2 tasks, that stretches over into Thursday, and then she gets that done, and then she does this on Friday. Now, we can look at dependencies. If Kay wanted to work on this task, but it was dependent on Sue finishing this task, this plan doesn't work. So if Sue can't do that until then we're going to have to move this over here, and we'll pull this over into here. And now we've got a synchronized plan for getting our work done. If you have your daily stand-up at the board every day, then when people come in and they are reporting what they got done, bang, yep, I got that done, I got that done. Yep, I got that done, but actually it's going to take me a little bit longer over into today, and then I'll finish it, but I still don't think I'm going to have a problem here. If your daily stand-up meetings are about synchronization, not just reporting, this board is really helpful for seeing to it that things are staying in sync. Another thing that it does is it gives you an early warning during the iteration of if things are shifting to the right, so that you can know, instead of on Thursday, if you'll finish everything by the end of the sprint, you'll know early on that you've run into some troubles. One way of solving that is that people can say, hey, I'm doing really well, give me that ticket, because I can do that, and as a team, we can stay on track. So SCRUMBAN board can be anything you derive that helps you, within an iteration, visualize the progress that things are making. Kanban is simply visual card. Any visualization with easy to move around cards allows you to easily track what's going on. This last board is real simple. It's a release board. When we plan the project, we map out which stories we intend to develop in which iteration, and we simply put it up on the board. This board is up for the whole project. Anyone can come and have a look and say, when is that story about such and such going to be deployable? And we look at it and go, oh, we're doing that in iteration 5. And a senior stakeholder comes in and says, I've got a trade show that I want to show such and such a feature at. Is it going to be ready? That trade show is here. No, we were going to do that feature here. Oh, but we can work with that. Let's pull that in here. Let's push that out to here, push that out to here. Does that work? Everybody goes, yeah, that's good. Real simple. We don't look at this board a lot, but we have it up so that everyone has a sense of what the plan for the project is. That's it. So I hope that you'll take some of these Kanban board concepts and make them your own by customizing a visual card system that works for your team and the processes that you develop. If you use electronic boards, you can customize those and possibly add some of these ideas into your Jira or Trello boards also. So I hope you've seen an idea or two here in this presentation that you can use with your teams as you use Kanban to track and develop your projects. Thank you.